Wait, what? 50 Cent just got jumped by Big Meech? The hip-hop world is in complete shock right now because one of the biggest names in rap just went head-to-head with one of the most feared figures in the streets. And here's the craziest part. 50 Cent is finally breaking his silence about what really went down. Did Big Meech really send his people after 50? Was this a setup? And why is 50 now speaking out after staying quiet for so long? Oh, and just wait until you hear what Rick Ross and other BMF members had to say about this whole situation. Buckle up, because this story is about to get wild. Before we break down the crazy altercation, we need to talk about how this beef even started. Because trust me, this wasn't random. It all began with BMF, the series, the hit show that 50 Cent produced, based on the real-life Black Mafia family led by Big Meech and his brother, Southwest T. At first, everything seemed cool. 50 Cent was bringing the BMF story to life. Big Meech's son, Lil Meech, was cast to play his father, and the show became a major hit. But behind the scenes, things were already going sideways. Big Meech started feeling like 50 Cent was taking too much credit for BMF's legacy. Yeah, the show was doing numbers, but Meech wasn't happy with how he was being portrayed. And even worse, he didn't like how 50 was handling business. Then came the real tipping point, the snitching allegations. That's right. Paperwork surfaced claiming that Big Meech had allegedly cooperated with law enforcement. Now, whether it was real or not, it didn't matter, because 50 Cent, he ran with it. He started posting about it, throwing subliminal shots, and basically insinuating that Big Meech might not be as solid as people thought. And for a guy like Meech with a legendary reputation in the streets, that was the ultimate sign of disrespect. And let's be real, there was no way he was gonna let that slide. So here's where things get crazy. According to multiple sources, things finally exploded at a private event where both 50 Cent and some BMF affiliates were present. At first, it was just tense energy. People were watching, whispering, waiting for something to happen. Then, words started flying. Big Meech, or at least his people, confronted 50 Cent directly about the snitching accusations. They called him out for putting false narratives into the world and making BMF look weak. And 50? You know how he is, he didn't back down. Reports say he laughed it off, threw some jabs back, and basically said he didn't owe anyone an apology. That's when things went left. Out of nowhere, chaos broke out. Some say Big Meech's people swung first, others claim that 50 tried to walk away but got surrounded. Either way, what we do know is that things got physical. There are even reports that Yow's 50 Cent got jumped, not by Big Meech himself, but by his affiliates. Security rushed in immediately to break it up, and within minutes, 50 was escorted out. But here's the kicker, 50 didn't say a word about it. No Instagram trolling, no interviews, nothing. And that's not like him. But we knew it was only a matter of time before he finally spoke out. And oh man, when he did, he didn't hold back. After weeks of silence, 50 Cent has finally broken his silence, and in true 50 fashion, he's not holding back. In an apparent recent interview, he laughed off the situation, saying, "You really think Big Meech got people out here touching me? Man, I've been in this game too long for that." Then, he made it clear he's not backing down. After 50 Cent's response, BMF members started firing back. Some of Big Meech's closest affiliates went online, calling 50 out for being a clout chaser and saying that his version of events is all cap. Rick Ross even jumped into the mix, throwing shade at 50 like he always does. In an Instagram post, he posted a picture of himself laughing with the caption, "Y'all believe anything, huh?" So now, the question is, what happens next? Because here's the thing, Big Meech may be out of prison, but he's still on house arrest. And while he might not have full freedom, his people, they're outside. And if 50 Cent keeps talking, this could get even uglier. Will 50 Cent back off and let this die down? Will he double down and keep exposing BMF? Or now that Big Meech is out, will he step up and address things directly? One thing's for sure, this ain't over. Just when people thought this was all social media hype, Big Meech himself finally spoke out. Now, obviously, Meech isn't out here dropping Instagram stories every day, but he's watching everything. And his people? They made sure his voice was heard. A verified source close to Big Meech leaked an audio clip where Meech allegedly addressed the situation, saying, "I don't do internet games, but one thing's for sure, you can't rewrite history. BMF is bigger than one man, and real ones know the truth." That one line? Real ones know the truth. That was Meech letting people know he wasn't even entertaining 50 Cent's version of events. But what does that mean? Does Meech still have love for 50? Or was that his way of saying that 50 was fabricating the story to hype up his show and keep the drama alive? One thing's for sure, this just added even more fuel to the fire. Just when we thought this feud couldn't get any crazier, 50 Cent did what he does best, he turned up the heat. After weeks of speculation, 50 Cent took to Instagram and dropped a bombshell. He posted a picture of Tammy Cowens, a former business associate of Big Meech, who has long faced allegations of being a federal informant. But that wasn't even the craziest part. 50 Cent also leaked an alleged text message conversation between himself and Cowens. In the messages, 50 directly asked her if Big Meech knew that she was working with the feds while he was behind bars. Her response? Yep. And then she allegedly provided even more details. 50 Cent didn't hold back, captioning the post with a chilling warning. Tammy Cowens, the truth and nothing but the truth, coming soon. Now, let's be real, this was 50 Cent doubling down in the most brutal way possible. He wasn't just throwing accusations into the air anymore, he was bringing receipts. And if this is true, this completely changes the narrative around Big Meech. Because for years, Meech has been one of the most respected figures in hip-hop culture, a symbol of loyalty, street code, and the never-fold mentality. But if 50's claims are legit, that could be a major blow to Meech's legacy. But let's not forget, this isn't the first time 50 has accused Big Meech of cooperating with the authorities. Just last week, he went after him again, posting, "Listen to the words, Big Screech. You keep forgetting that you told Tammy Cowens to tell to get your time cut, sucker." But here's where things take an even crazier turn. 50 Cent didn't just go after Big Meech, he's dragging Lil Meech into the fire too. In a recent post, 50 Cent shared promotional stills from BMF, the series, but with a major twist. Lil Meech's face completely scribbled out. That was 50 Cent's way of making it crystal clear he's not rocking with Meech Jr. anymore either. And if that wasn't enough, he also claimed that Lil Meech had been abusing drugs on set and that he was the one who personally sent him to rehab. Wait, what? Did 50 Cent really put Lil Meech in rehab? Or is this just another one of his classic internet tactics? Regardless, this is personal now. Lil Meech has already made it clear that he's not rocking with 50 anymore, and after this latest stunt, it's safe to say their relationship is completely done. So now, we're left with two possibilities. One, 50 Cent is telling the truth, and Big Meech's legacy isn't as bulletproof as people thought. Two, 50 is using selective information to control the narrative and boost his show. Either way, this is bigger than just a rap beef now. This is about the truth versus the streets. And if Big Meech decides to fire back with his own receipts, this could get even uglier. At this point, we have to ask, how far is 50 Cent willing to go? Because he's not just trolling anymore. He's putting out paperwork, posting text messages, and making serious accusations that could impact Big Meech's entire legacy. One thing's for sure, this story is far from over. So now, it's time for you to weigh in. Do you believe 50 Cent's claims about Big Meech and Tammy Cowens? Or is he just twisting the story to sell more episodes of BMF? Anyway, this concludes today's video. Be sure to subscribe to LoafTube for future celebrity videos and turn on that post notification bell so you don't miss out on any future uploads. Until then, see you in the next one.